And I would say that everything we've heard today is certainly an example of making progress to protect the right to education, and it's international and it's local.
As you also may know, on October 25th, we held an STF Kansas and Issues Education Forum at the Santa Monica Public Library auditorium right before the November election. And we featured speakers for Prop 30 and Prop 38, which were both propositions about the state of education in California.
The purpose, pretty much, of the forum, like Natalia already said, was to establish a connection with the assembly candidates, Betsy Butler and Mayor Richard Bloom of Santa Monica. And the purpose was also to raise awareness about Propositions 30 and 38.
This connection between us and Assemblyman Bloom is really important and really unique, because all of you in this room have a working relationship with a member of the State Assembly. And how many high school students can say that? I mean, we have connections to the State Assembly, and in politics, connections matter. In the nonprofit world, connections matter. And we have a working relationship now with the body that sets education policy and that sets human rights policy all across the state.
Some of you may have heard what happened to the mobile library at Cantor Ball, where Rachma is the librarian. He stored all of the Kindles and talking dictionaries and books in his hut, which burned down, tragically burned down, and nobody knows what exactly started the fire. So we have decided this semester we're going to do Change for Change again and hopefully raise the $2,000 needed to kind of rebuild the library.
Malala is a girl who advocated human rights. And ever since the attempted assassination, the world has been joining together to act upon this injustice. She was featured at the STF reception and the Human Rights Watch annual dinner, where there were tables that talked about certain actions that she made, and guests were told about her message and were provided petitions so that they could sign.
It shows the diversity in the kinds of actions that STF was able to make in protecting and promoting the right to education. And I think if you combine all the activity that you're all involved in, I mean, I know about all this stuff, but I'm sitting over here listening to it, and I'm just really impressed. And I don't think anybody could hear you presenting and not be impressed that high school students understand the human right to education, and that so many of you found such outstanding ways to really try to protect it and promote it. And we're not finished yet. This is a winter meeting that we always do to try to kind of recalibrate, see where we've been and what's coming up on deck.